Shall we please invite Dr. Larson Randolph to give us our opening prayer?
This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing us with another year and for giving us the opportunity to gather here in celebration. We are grateful to you for protecting us as we have traveled from far and near to be here, and for providing us with an opportunity to meet, learn, and grow. As we begin our induction ceremony, we dedicate this time to you and declare that your purposes will prevail. Today is a special day for our graduates as well as the family, friends, and loved ones who have supported them along the way. Father, we pray for your blessing for all who have worked to make this ceremony possible. Help us make new connections and gain wisdom to do the work you've set before us. May your goodness and love be present among us today. Bless our gathering with unity, hope, and vision. And now unto him that is able to keep us from falling and to present us faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. Amen.
We welcome you to this very august ceremony this afternoon. The purpose of this ceremony is for the admission of new members and fellows of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. And this is the 19th Annual General and Scientific Meeting also being held. I would welcome the Chairman of the Council, who would officially perform the opening ceremony for the induction.
Good afternoon. I have not prepared any speech. Keep it short. Therefore, I, Professor Yawedu Jamfi, by the authority vested in me as chairman of the Council of the College of Physicians and Surgeons, declare this assembly opened for the purpose of admission of fellows and members to the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. We are good to go.
Chairman of Council, Professor Yawedu Jamfi, our guest speaker, Dr. Ernest Addison, Governor of the Bank of Ghana. We have other guest speakers who will be coming in. The Deputy Minister for Health has indicated he's in Parliament, but he will try and come in. Distinguished invited guests, colleagues, members and fellows of the Ghana College of Physicians, and those who are yet to become colleagues soon. Invited sister colleges, the press, it is my special privilege to welcome you all to this opening and induction ceremony of this, our 19th Annual General and Scientific Meeting of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. This year's Annual General and Scientific Meeting is different from the previous ones we've had in that we've had the same ceremonies, the same function in the morning. We are having the best, the second one, this afternoon. Yes, the ceremony in the morning was impressive as well as a happy occasion. However, it is not because of either of those reasons that we are holding the second ceremony today. But as the poet Robert Burns put it, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. You know, the Act of Parliament that set up the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons did not put a limit on how many specialist doctors the college has to train each year. And the college, estimating the needs of the nation for specialist doctors, and without change in our excellent infrastructure, has activated its strategic plan to meet this need. The result is that for the past 2 years, the numbers of specialists passing out of our training programs yearly has exceeded the numbers that can conveniently be crammed in one ceremony. So we must have two. We must adapt to our new circumstances. And you are part of our happy history today. As we sang, praising the visionaries, the people who planned this college, that includes those who even drew up the act, those who physically built it, and those who ran it. At the moment, for the successful running of the college, we will acknowledge the rector and his administrative staff, our indefatigable faculty officers and trainers, our trainers, both local and those in the diasporan Ghanaian doctors associations, the various hospitals where our residents train, our collaborators, especially sister postgraduate medical colleges, both in Africa and other continents, including the UK, and including those who act as external examiners to ensure the high standard in our examinations. There are also those who are in the background who speak for us. And that would include the Presidential Advisor on Health, and he is with us. And there are great-spirited Ghanaians, individuals within civil society who support our endeavor as a college. We are grateful to them all. Of course, the Ghana government and the Ministry of Health have been our main sponsors, and we are indeed appreciative. The Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, following its strategic plan, continues with more facilities being accredited as training centers and sites once the infrastructure and personnel satisfying the required standards are in place. No standards, no accreditation. Mr. Chairman, we may need to add advocacy to our efforts. Advocacy to ensure more facilities meet the required standards for training, and also that equipment for the highly trained consultants that the college produces are in place for them to deliver service to the people of Ghana. For the college, quality assurance is prime, and the college has set up processes to assure that within the training and examination, the quality that is prescribed, that is required, is retained. When the rector gives his report on the college activities, you will appreciate what has been achieved and anticipate the great things that are ahead of us. Our guest speaker, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, is really the right person to be with us, because our theme is maintenance of health in a challenging global economy, policy and practice implications. And if anybody knows about challenging global economy, when our sector minister visits us, I'm sure he will also advise us as we, the college, endeavor to fit into the expanded national aspiration of equitable universal health coverage for the country, even in the face of challenging global economies. Ladies and gentlemen, you will soon witness the highlights of this occasion: the unique and sacred ceremony of admission of new members and fellows into the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. And they are making their solemn pledges to the college and to humanity. No, some of you think they will swear the Hippocratic Oath. They've done that before when they became doctors. And in my opinion, one should not be asked to take that heavy solemn oath twice in his or her lifetime. However, I want to remind them as they make their pledges to the college that one of the vows in the Hippocratic Oath that they seem to forget about fulfilling, they're not doing well on that. It's time they took that seriously. It's actually the second sentence, and I managed to get hold of the original script, and I have a certified English translation copy. And the second sentence, after they've made the vow, terrible vow, the second sentence says, "To hold my teacher in this art equal to my own parents. To make him my partner in my livelihood. When he is in need of money, to share mine with him." For emphasis, when he is in need of money, to share mine with him. No, your teachers haven't complained. But I'm just reminding you that it is in the original oath from the pen of Hippocrates himself. And in these times, in these challenging global times, please do the decent. Those who will be admitted to fellowship, this morning we admitted one person who has been, although not a Ghanaian, although not a fellow, has spent over 40 years being involved with the college and supporting our training, actively supporting our training. Council of the college deemed he was someone worth recognizing as a fellow of this college. We have Ghanaians, other collaborators who have been doing this, and I'm sure you'd hear about some of those. Then also there's a college lecture scheduled for tomorrow at 10 o'clock. To be online, the link will be available. And we welcome all of you to join in. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this memorable function of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. And I thank you all very much for coming. Akwaba.
From the President's address, we could see the importance that other sister colleges play in the training of graduates of this college. And those sister colleges are always with us to help support us. So on this occasion, I'll, at this juncture, take some fraternal messages from some of the sister colleges. The first of this is from the Ghana College of Pharmacists. So we'll take the message from the Ghana College of Pharmacists representative.
Professor Council Chair, Professor President, Professor Rector, our guest speaker, council members, fellows, members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you warm greetings from the Ghana College of Pharmacists. We are happy to be able to join you once more during your annual general and scientific meeting. And as usual, your theme for this year, maintenance of health in a challenging global economy, policy and practice implications, shines a light on the current issues that confront healthcare. It highlights how economic matters in our global village affect the health of both the individual and the population. But it also seeks to explore how both policy and practice may be adapted to maintain health in spite of these challenges. These are very important issues that need to be discussed in these times. And bearing in mind your track record, we know you will do justice to these matters. We also know you will come up with possible areas of collaboration between our institutions as we all work together to maintain the health of our people. And we look forward to discussing these areas of collaboration. On that note, I'll take the opportunity to wish you well in all your deliberations and say congratulations to the newly qualified members and fellows. Thank you, and God bless us all.
The Chairman of Council, President, Rector of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Governor, Bank of Ghana, our guest speaker, council members, all other protocol observed. I bring you greetings and goodwill from the West African College of Physicians on this your 19th Annual General and Scientific Meeting. The West African College of Physicians appreciates the participation of the Ghana College in a recent 46th AGSM held in Accra, and I felt the need that I need to be here in person to show solidarity with your college. Other local colleges in the sub-region have been impressed by the rapid progress of the Ghana College in less than 2 decades. You have shown leadership, and even my college, the West African College of Physicians, is getting a bit envious by the giant steps you've made during this short time. But the duty of colleges in this region is to work together and support each other, and not to feel the need to compete. In this vein, I offer our profound congratulations to you and assure you that my college's desire to work with you to find solutions to the myriad of problems facing our region. These problems have been aggravated by the COVID pandemic and the recent war in Ukraine. Our colleges are mere microcosms of our countries and continent, and therefore cannot be insulated from the prevailing economic downturn that we are seeing worldwide. When the developed world sneezes, the rest of us catches a cold. Now the developed world is not sneezing, but it's down with pneumonia. So what should we expect? The theme of your conference, Maintenance of Health in a Challenging Global Economy, Policies and Practice Implications, is timely. And I believe the choice of the word maintenance rather than improvement is deliberate. Realistically, we have first to maintain what we have before taking the next step to improve. Maintenance is a costly exercise. All too often, we prefer to replace facilities than to ensure their maintenance. It is a culture that is widespread in the developing world, particularly in our sub-region. Maintaining health involves maintaining facilities as well as the workforce. The present global climate, neither of this is going to be easy. As far as facilities are concerned, the rising cost of building materials, spare parts for equipment, cost of technical know-how is running away from us. Our devaluing currencies make it all the more unachievable. As far as our maintenance of workforce is concerned, we have to deal with the pull and push factors. The developed world is pulling our specialists towards them with better working conditions and higher financial remunerations. Added to that is the push factor, where some of our government fail to appreciate the value of these professionals, leading to disgruntlement, dissatisfaction, and ultimately displacement. Our colleges have to find solutions to these challenges, and discussing them today is a start. Where there is a will, there must be a way, and I do not doubt the resolve of our colleges to win this battle. To those receiving their membership and fellowships today, I congratulate you and urge you to uphold the traditions of your revered college. You are the future of this august institution. Mr. Chairman of Council, President, Rector, Fellows of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, on behalf of the West African College of Physicians, I once more wish you all a successful and memorable meeting. Long live the Ghana College. Long live the West African College of Physicians. I thank you.
At this juncture, we'll call on our hard-working rector of the college, Professor Richard Adanu, to give us the rector's address.
Chairman of the Council of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, members of the College Council, our guest speaker, Dr. Ernest Addison, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, President of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Vice Presidents of our college, a Vice Rector, Faculty Chairs and Secretaries, other officers of the college here present, representatives of our sister colleges, invited guests, our graduating doctors who are the center of attraction of this ceremony, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the management of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, I also add my voice to welcome you to our 19th Annual General and Scientific Meeting, and specifically to this ceremony for the admission of newly qualified members and fellows. Like you were told in the President's speech, this is the second ceremony for the day. We had a morning session, and this is the afternoon session. At this year's ceremony, we are highlighting existing partnerships and future partnerships for postgraduate training. And this is shown by our selection of guest speakers for our two ceremonies. As you know, the guest speaker for this afternoon is the Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana recently opened the ultramodern Bank Hospital, and although they are a relatively young hospital, they've started having discussions with the college about how to position the hospital as a training facility. These discussions excite us, and it's in anticipation of this future partnership that we have taken the bold step of asking the Governor of the Bank of Ghana to be our guest speaker. Maybe we are trying to get them in a spot so that they'll definitely not change their mind about having their hospital as a training institution. For this morning's ceremony, we had the British High Commissioner as our guest speaker. The British government has been supporting residency training in Ghana through our partnership with the Tropical Health Education Trust. And this has resulted in remarkable achievements in the faculties of anesthesia, emergency medicine, laboratory medicine, and psychiatry. This year, we'll be inducting a total of 294 members and fellows. We'll be inducting 212 new members and 40 new fellows who have completed their training and passed the required examinations. We'll also be inducting 42 new fellows who have been elected by different faculties to be fellows based on their qualifications, scholarship, and contribution to training of postgraduate doctors. I take this opportunity to congratulate our new members and fellows for this great achievement. The government of Ghana has made a commitment to fund the postgraduate training of doctors and has continued to re-echo this commitment even in the face of the current economic challenges. These economic challenges have had an effect on the speed with which our college receives funding from government. However, I'm happy to say that yesterday I received firm assurance that we'll be receiving a significant proportion of the funds we need before the end of the year, while the Ministry of Health works to ensure that we receive the resultant amount early next year. We would like to express our gratitude to the Government of Ghana and the Ministry of Health for this continued support. The Management and Council of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons have always had our eyes on the health human resource needs of the country so that we can make meaningful contributions. One of these needs is the need for middle-level doctors who can provide anesthesia services, especially in our regional and district hospitals. In the past year, we have started a modular training program for a diploma in anesthesia, and the first batch of a little over 20 trainees will be completing their training in the next few months. One remarkable aspect of this program is that these trainees are able to provide anesthesia services while going through their training, because they are still based in their hospitals for the period of training and only leave the hospitals for a short period to go through formal group training. We also inaugurated the Faculty of Orthopedic and Trauma Surgery a year ago, and this new faculty has successfully conducted primary examinations and admitted their first batch of trainees for a straight 5-year fellowship training in orthopedic and trauma surgery. We are working hard to set up similar programs in other surgical subspecialties, such as neurosurgery, urology, cardiothoracic surgery, and plastic surgery, to address the human resource needs that exist in these fields. A continuing health human resource challenge is a low percentage of doctors who pursue postgraduate training up to the fellowship level. Fellowship training is a peak of medical postgraduate training. The additional years of fellowship training increase one's theoretical and practical knowledge in the specialty area, and this makes a person more competent in managing health problems and their related complications. Our graduating members would not deny the fact that as they step out now, they have some hidden fear of encountering certain complications, especially the surgical ones. But then when we are trained to the fellowship level, there is some level of confidence with which we approach these situations. Fellows are also the ones who lead the training in medical schools and who are responsible for providing postgraduate medical training. I think we'll all agree that every single Ghanaian, or like used to be said some time ago, every Ghanaian living everywhere. You know that existed, don't you? Yeah, so every Ghanaian living everywhere deserves to be cared for by the highest trained specialist. Every Ghanaian deserves to be trained, to be cared for by doctors who have achieved the highest level of qualification. And these are fellows. Fellows are not only needed in our teaching hospitals, they are also needed in regional and district hospitals to ensure high quality of care. If we say we are not bothered by national needs, we should realize that as graduating members and as people who are intending to pursue postgraduate training, if we do not train up to the fellowship level, there are certain personal costs that can come with that. Because the truth is that the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, the universities, and our college are not going to lower their standards of entry for people who lead undergraduate and postgraduate medical training. We are not going to say because majority of Ghanaian doctors are members and say they wouldn't pursue the fellowship program, let's now drop our level to say members will be the ones leading this training. We are not going to cave into that kind of pressure. So if majority of our doctors choose not to pursue fellowship training, what will happen is that we're going to put out open adverts and we'll hire fellows from neighboring countries. And there's one neighboring country which, if we open this up, okay, I'm glad you know the rest. Now, you may be saying that, so what? I mean, if they come, I'm a specialist somewhere and I'm earning all my money. So the WASI results just came out. And some of us have been able to make calls to classmates and friends who are leaders in the universities. And they've assured us that you don't worry. I mean, we'll do our best to make sure that your child is on the short list. If you don't have any classmates there, and if you are not there yourself, the day your child gets a borderline degree, a borderline pass, and looks at you and says, "Daddy, Mommy, don't you have some friends in the medical school that you can talk to?" And you say that, "You know what, those people there, they are all from the neighboring country. They don't know me." When your child asks you why, you wouldn't know the answer to give. So please, those who are graduating members, let's make every effort to progress and become fellows who would lead undergraduate and postgraduate medical training in this country. There are problems that prevent people from finding the need to get into fellowship training attractive. There's a very small salary jump that exists between the specialist level that's occupied by those who've graduated as members and the senior specialist level occupied by those who've graduated as fellows. And there are also certain recent developments, which I wouldn't expand on, which have also made the whole thing about fellowship training look not so attractive. Yours is just to wait for a certain number of years and you'd get to that grade. Despite this, I would like to assure you that we at the college are having conversations at the policy level to address these problems that make fellowship training not appear an attractive thing to pursue. But whilst we are working, I would like to urge everyone here, especially our graduating members, to make every effort to pursue fellowship training, because you'll definitely get a lot out of it. One thing that we are doing to bring fellowship training closer to our members is that we are working on developing fellowship training programs that will be primarily housed in our regional hospitals. The college has signed a memorandum of understanding with Ghana Health Service and is in the process of completing an MOU with the Christian Health Association of Ghana, while our various faculty boards are working on the format of these programs. The chief executive officers of our teaching hospitals are also fully in support of this program and have declared their willingness to support the movement of staff from their hospitals to provide support for training in regional hospitals until we get fellows who are based in those hospitals. We hope to launch the first of these programs next year. And when we do that, fellowship trainees for the general specialty areas can have their training in the regions where they practice and still provide service in their parent hospitals as part of training. The director of the Ghana Health Service has assured me that if we get this going, there will be no need for a study leave application for a person to continue their training in the region where they are based. And there will be no need for that gap between membership qualification and the start of fellowship training. So I'd like to encourage our members who are out there, including the graduating ones, to make the most of this opportunity when it is announced. One of the mandates of our college is the promotion of research in medicine and surgery. One way in which we have worked at achieving this mandate is to have a mandatory research project requirement for graduation as a fellow of the college. Conducting research and publishing research findings should be seen as the responsibility of every doctor, and not only the small percentage of doctors who are employed by universities and research centers. Practicing doctors encounter large amounts of data in their everyday work, and it is the wish of the college that more of these doctors would conduct research, attract research grants, and publish their research in journals of high repute. To facilitate this, we are working on setting up the appropriate research administration infrastructure within the college to assist members and fellows in the conduct of research. The college is currently registered with the European Union Research Grants System and the National Institute of Health and Care Research of the United Kingdom. And we can help members and fellows work on grant applications to these and other research grant institutions while managing the grants with the college. I'd like to encourage members and fellows of the college to see our college as a home for their research projects. And I'd add that there are certain institutions, I won't mention names, that put many hoops in your way when you try to draw on your research funds. The college will not do that. So those of you who are in those institutions, please bring your research here. I haven't mentioned any institutions. At this point, I would like to applaud the efforts of Professor Irina Jepong of the Faculty of Public Health, who led a consortium of African countries to win a £10 million research grant for research into non-communicable diseases from the NIHR of the United Kingdom. Prior to this, Irene also had an adolescent health project funded by the Medical Research Council of the UK, also housed here in the college. I cannot talk about research projects in the college without mentioning the efforts of Dr. Wilfred Labiado of the Faculty of Orthopedic and Trauma Surgery, who has virtually single-handedly secured research and training grants from AO Alliance for the support of training of residents in the Faculty of Orthopedic and Trauma Surgery. Dr. Erasmus Agongo of the Faculty of Public Health has also secured grants from the World Health Organization, which we manage here at the college, and also from the Medical Research Council UK, together with collaborators from University of York. We are also happy to, thank you. We're also happy to announce that our college is part of a consortium of 14 research institutions from Europe and Africa that has been awarded a 4.2 million euro grant for adolescent health from the European Union, and that would start next year. All these grants are managed at our college. We have the structure to manage these grants, and would like to see an increase in the number of research grants in the coming years. If we do this, our fellows who are in training would be able to do their research within the context of well-funded research projects. To ensure that all our trainees get the needed theoretical foundation for research, we have developed a modular basic research course for the membership level, which will start in February 2023, and an advanced research methods course for the fellowship level, which will start in June of 2023. A course on systematic review and meta-analysis was launched last month for fellowship trainees in partnership with trainers from University of Amsterdam. These courses will be run through the year and with mandatory requirements for qualification to take the final examinations. I'm happy to announce that we have completed work on the electronic logbook, the e-port, which will be used for tracking the training activities of residents as well as for part of their continuous assessment. A pilot test of the e-port is currently being run at Kolibu and Komfanochi teaching hospitals with selected trainees and trainers from all our faculties. We expect to roll out the e-port to all trainees within the first quarter of 2023 and slowly phase out the paper-based logbook system. We successfully held our membership and fellowship exams in March and September of this year. We had a total of 1,099 candidates sitting for the examinations at different levels, with 850 passing, giving an overall pass rate of 77%. If that's how weakly you, the graduating class, clap for yourselves, then we might have to reconsider this ceremony. Because you are the 77%, aren't you? Or a part of the 77%. The pass rates were 75% at the primary level, 81% at the membership level, and 82% at the fellowship level. Finally, I want to commend the Office of the Honorable Minister of Health for supporting us to get cabinet approval for our proposed guidelines for postgraduate medical training. The implementation of these guidelines would lead to what I consider some good changes in admission into the postgraduate training program. These changes include the following. Candidates applying for selected specialties will be able to enter residency training right after their house officer rotations. And these selected specialties will be designed as straight fellowship training programs. The selected specialties are anesthesia, dental surgery, emergency medicine, laboratory medicine, ophthalmology, otorhinolaryngology, psychiatry, radiology, oncology, and radiotherapy. You know where the clap is this week? There are a number of graduates from my faculty who are saying, why have I betrayed them? Their name is not on the list. So I'd like to appeal to the graduating obstetricians and gynecologists. Please applaud these other faculties. These are faculties where we've noticed that not many people are going in. We don't have enough teachers, and we need to do something to make sure that people come out. So speak to your medical students, speak to your friends if they want to get it done quickly. These are the specialties to get into. Outstanding graduates from all the medical schools in the country, both public and private, will be allowed to enter the residency training program of their choice right after their house officer rotations. Candidates who excel at the membership examinations for programs that are not designed as straight fellowship training programs will be recommended to proceed immediately with fellowship training. And all these proposed changes have the support of the Ghana Health Service, and we are going to work to implement them, starting from our next cycle of residency admissions. Implementing some of these would mean us having multiple interviews for entry into the program, so that we don't keep people waiting for so long before they can continue with their fellowship training. So in conclusion, this has been a busy but satisfying year, and the successes that we've chalked are due to our collective efforts. I'd like to end by thanking the Honorable Minister and the Ministry of Health, our Governing Council, all our valued stakeholders and partners, members and fellows of the college, and the staff of the college administration for their contribution to a successful year. Long live Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. Long live Ghana. Thank you.
As we get into some austere times in the country, where we would have to balance some of the way we spend our monies, I'm sure this is the right time to invite our guest speaker in the person of Dr. Ernest Addison, who is the governor of the Bank of Ghana, to give us this address.
Chairman of the Council of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, members of the College Council, the President of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Vice President of the Ghana College, Rector, Vice Rector, distinguished guests, graduating doctors, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I join you on this special occasion of the induction of newly qualified members, newly qualified fellows, and elected fellows of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. This occasion, I understand, also serves as the 19th Annual General Scientific Meeting, which presents an opportunity to congratulate these newly qualified doctors and fellows, as well as the elected fellows. Let me applaud the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons on the excellent work done year after year in adding value to the country's health sector with highly trained specialists and fellows. The statistics show that since December 2003, the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons has graduated more than 1,500 specialists and fellows. The increasing number of doctors and surgeons and the improvement in health facilities have helped mediate the impacts of the brain drain of highly trained medical personnel, and a major achievement which underscores the invaluable contribution of the College of Physicians and Surgeons to the country. Mr. Chairman, the chosen theme for today, that is the maintenance of health in a challenging global economy, policy and practical implications, could not have been more appropriate during these times. We've just been through the pandemic, which has given us a good sense of the importance between health and economic and financial stability. You would recall that the pandemic started off as a health crisis and quickly transitioned into an economic and financial crisis. Although the health aspects were largely resolved with the early intervention of mass vaccinations, the economic consequences have lingered and has been exacerbated by the recent Russia-Ukraine conflict, which has spilled over into global inflationary concerns and tight financing conditions. Broadly, the difficult economic environment has weakened growth prospects and left lasting social and economic scars through lower investments, erosion of human capital through job losses, the fragmentation of global trade and supply linkages. In emerging markets and developing countries, the pandemic exerted significant pressures on fragile health systems, collapsed the tourism sector, dwindled remittances, subdued capital flows, and resulted in mounting debt. In 2021, these effects eased considerably, supported by the mass vaccinations, as I said, but this has been, in a sense, exacerbated by the recent Russia-Ukraine crisis, with rising high cost of living and weakened growth prospects across several countries, including Ghana. As noted by the World Bank's Poverty and Shared Prosperity Report, the pandemic set back global poverty reduction efforts. In Ghana, we have recorded the highest rate of inflation recent years. I'm sure you're aware of the current rate of inflation, which stands at over 40%. Our currency has also depreciated by over 50%, and the cost of living has risen significantly for everybody. And without the needed policy interventions, we are sure that poverty levels would be on the uptick, which could lead to other health challenges. Fortunately, we are making progress. The 2022 budget, which aims at fiscal correction, was passed by Parliament just yesterday. That policy aims at resetting the fiscal policy path, which would contribute significantly to bringing the current crisis under control. Secondly, the domestic debt exchange program, which was announced 2 days ago, I believe, is also aimed at addressing the challenges that we are facing in terms of the impact of that overhang on our macroeconomic variables. As you're all aware, we are currently hosting a mission from the International Monetary Fund, who are here till sometime next week, by which time we hope to have reached a staff-level agreement, all of which should help bring the conditions that we are facing under control. Coming back to the health systems, in Ghana, the readiness of our public health and emergency systems was fully tested, and this brought the gaps and inadequacies of our primary healthcare system under sharp focus. Inadequate medical equipment, such as ventilators and PCR machines, the lack of appropriate logistics, and the dearth of an equal distribution of medical expertise were all challenges that became evident in the last few years. In this regard, a lot of improvisation took place, and I'm sure the college had to devise strategies to continue their training programs during these difficult times. Despite the devastating effects of this, we've seen that the policymakers have responded to that with very practical responses. Indeed, in focusing on the health sector, we saw that we allocated increased financial resources to boost health infrastructure across the country. This, I believe, is the thinking behind the government's Agenda 11 projects, which I'm sure the presidential advisor, Dr. Nsia Asare, was very much involved in. Similarly, we also witnessed the local production of masks, drugs, and hand sanitizers. The private sector, especially local pharmaceutical industries, should be encouraged to locally manufacture these health products that can help us save our hard-earned foreign exchange. Furthermore, conscious efforts should be made to address the primary healthcare issues that were relegated at the background prior to the pandemic. Increased advocacy for funding of public and medical emergencies at all levels of healthcare in the country will also be required. It's also important for the college to explore innovative ways, including the public-private partnerships with the government, to help ensure vaccine production in our country. This, again, is an area that I'm aware that the government has an initiative on, and the lessons learned from the unavailability of vaccines in developing countries in our part of the world should help drive this process. The role of doctors and various teams across health sector in helping Ghana manage the pandemic cannot be overemphasized. Their commitment, their decisiveness, the sacrifice that health professionals made were commendable in helping to manage the pandemic effectively, with Ghana experiencing low mortality rates. With the support of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons in churning out highly qualified health professionals and specialists who selflessly contribute to the national development agenda, the story would have been very different. We therefore say Ayeko to the college. This notwithstanding, there is still some room for improvement, especially in the acquisition of appropriate technological infrastructure and logistics, which will guarantee the continuous training of residents even during such challenges. It is therefore gratifying to note, Mr. Chairman, that the college is seeking collaborative opportunities with various international institutions so residents can gain international exposure during their training. Mr. Chairman, the Bank of Ghana plays a critical role in the national development agenda in pursuance of our price stability mandate to boost economic growth and development. We also support the general well-being of the Ghanaian population. As you know, the correlation between improved growth and development and increased life expectancy of the population and declining infant mortality is well documented. Periods of strong growth in Ghana have often been associated with improved social indicators. In addition, the bank supports the healthcare sector directly through its corporate social responsibility policies. Driven by the vision to become an excellent institution, the bank places strong emphasis on working responsibly and aims to cultivate an ethos of generosity and compassion to drive the achievement of positive social values. This is the cornerstone of the bank's corporate social responsibility policy guidelines, which focuses on funding education, funding healthcare, humanitarian assistance and social services, and collaborative programs and support for institutions. The most notable contribution that the bank has made in the healthcare delivery process in Ghana is the establishment of the Bank Hospital Limited, which provides state-of-the-art healthcare facilities to the public. The Bank Hospital is fully equipped to undertake laparoscopic surgery, kidney transplantation, cardiac catheterization, and dialysis, among others. Over the years, the bank has made significant contributions to healthcare delivery with investments in health infrastructure at the University of Health and Allied Sciences and the Ghana Infectious Disease Center at East Municipal Hospital. Other institutions that have received support from the bank include the University of Ghana Medical School, the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, the Yahuima Health Center, the Tainsu Community Health Clinic, Hafalsini Government Hospital, and the West African College of Physicians, Ghana chapter, and the Takrady Hospital. The bank has also supported public health institutions such as the Kolebu Teaching Hospital and the University of Ghana Medical Center with essential laboratory and imaging equipment to promote healthcare. Going forward, the bank will remain committed to these social responsibilities in the healthcare and health education. Specifically, the bank will support the collaboration between the Bank Hospital and the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, as Professor Adanu earlier referred to develop capacity in laparoscopic surgical techniques and kidney transplantation, as well as other specialized areas in the health field, among others. So we will work with Professor Adanu, who's a board member of the Bank Hospital, to further this agenda. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, economic and financial stability depends basically on a healthy workforce, as demonstrated so strongly in our recent past. We congratulate the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons for their contribution in keeping a healthy workforce and their management of diseases, which remains the bedrock on which human lives depend, without which our quest for growth and development will be elusive. On this note, I wish to congratulate all the newly qualified doctors and fellows once again. Thank you very much.
Now we come to the time the new fellows and members have been waiting for. I could hear the yes from the background. So I have the privilege to invite the rector to conduct the admission of new fellows by election and examination.
So we're going to start with the admission of the fellows by election. By the authority of the council, I present to you, College President, the following, who, possessing recognized postgraduate qualifications, have through professional competence, accomplishment and research, and on the recommendation of the relevant faculties and the academic board, been elected for the award of Fellow of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. They are, from a division of physicians, Faculty of Radiology, Oncology and Radiotherapy, Dr. Hafisatu Badamusi. Division of Surgeons, Faculty of Anesthesia, Dr. Irene Adoko Wolf. Faculty of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. Alim Swaridin. Dr. Eric Yao Amakwa. Dr. Michael Yao Ntumi. Dr. Richard Kwekukwateng Owusu. Dr. Roderick Emil Lassen-Reindorf. Dr. Samuel Entry Opong. Dr. Theodore Kobla Boafo. And Dr. Titus Bayu.
By the authority vested in me as the President of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, I confer on you the fellowship of the college in your specialties with all the privileges and responsibilities. Congratulations.
So we'll now take the college pledge. So please say after me, I, upon my honor, pledge to faithfully observe and obey the laws and regulations of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. I pledge to promote the highest ethical practice and professionalism. I pledge to constantly upgrade my knowledge and skill and pass these on to future generations through teaching of students and health professionals. I pledge to promote the general health of society through advocacy. Through this pledge, I promise to maintain and faithfully defend the honor, dignity, and good name of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. So help me God. So you can put on your chair. We'll now move on to the fellows by examination. By the authority of the council, I present to you, College President, the following who have undergone senior residency training in an accredited institution and have also passed the examinations prescribed by the respective faculties. You may please confer on them the award of Fellow of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. Division of Physicians, Faculty of Family Medicine, Dr. Dinah Afing-Nkansa. Dr. Lenusia Ahlija. Faculty of Radiology, Oncology and Radiotherapy, Dr. Albertina Oheniba Williams. Dr. Bashiru Babatunde Jima. Dr. Ijeoma Anyite Koko. Dr. Nana Ekuya Asamoah. Dr. Mary Ann Dadze. Dr. Na Adoko Aiti. Division of Surgeons, Faculty of Anesthesia, Dr. Daniel Yaosoti. Dr. David Kofi Mensah. Faculty of Emergency Medicine, Dr. Irene Fosuapra. Faculty of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. James Ajiman Buachi. Dr. Yao Jante Usu. Faculty of Otorhinolaryngology, Dr. Grace Amukwe. And Dr. Kofi Isaac Bano.
By the authority vested in me as the President of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, I confer on you the fellowship of the college in your specialties with all the privileges and responsibilities. Congratulations.
So please say after me, I, upon my honor, pledge to faithfully observe and obey the laws and regulations of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. I pledge to promote the highest ethical practice and professionalism. I pledge to constantly upgrade my knowledge and skill and pass this on to future generations through teaching of students and health professionals. I pledge to promote the general health of society through advocacy. Through this pledge, I promise to maintain and faithfully defend the honor, dignity, and good name of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. So help me God.
Mr. College President, by the authority of the Council, I present to you these specialists who have undergone postgraduate residency training in various accredited institutions and have also passed the examinations prescribed by the respective faculties. You may please confer on them, member of the Ghana College, in the following specialties. So, Faculty of Family Medicine, Dr. Anita Momo Tibo, Dr. Anthony Trum, Dr. Charles Adekum Wood, Dr. Eric Boateng, Dr. Ernest Enyimopari, Dr. Frank Agbemozi, Dr. Joshua Akurugu Abba, Dr. Ken Kwadwo Amenya Ampong, Dr. Kofi Kofo Wachi, Dr. Na Kowa Koka, Dr. Nana Akosia Konedu Daku, Dr. Nathan Pabla, Dr. Ruth Nana Amadra Osei Odom, Dr. Samiria Saki, Dr. Sefako Juliet Pomegbe. So, Faculty of Psychiatry, Dr. Abigail Naayele Harden, Dr. Enoch Yao Donko, Dr. John Diego Koso, Dr. Joseph Langa Beku, Dr. Josephine Ajewa Styles Darko, Dr. Mami Ekwa Baden, Dr. Stella Sena Afeti, Dr. Susanna Annan, Dr. Theodore Ofori Apreku, Dr. Victor Abraham Benjamin Ogo, Dr. Zenabu Ramatu Seidu. In the Faculty of Radiology and of Oncology and Radiotherapy, Dr. Juliana Ankoma, Dr. Lydia Naki Tepete, Dr. Mamiswa Mawena Donko, Dr. Millicent Ankra Inti, Dr. Nanama Ajipoma Riafi. Mr. President.
By the authority vested in me as the President of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, I confer on you the membership of the college in your specialties with all the privileges and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Please say after me. I, upon my honor, pledge to faithfully observe and obey the laws and regulations of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. I pledge to promote the highest ethical practice and professionalism. I pledge to constantly upgrade my knowledge and skill and pass these on to future generations through teaching of students and health professionals. I pledge to promote the general health of society through advocacy. Through this pledge, I promise to maintain